You thought you were going to be alone there for a minute?
Yeah.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. How are you?
I was waiting for their response.
I don't think they're there. I
Are
think
they
we
out
have
there?
2 people that are following us, honey.
Wow. Okay. Well, hey.
So we gotta grow our audience.
Hello, YouTube. You didn't think that was funny? I was trying. My name is Pablo Marte, and this is my beautiful wife.
Marisely, Marte.
And she's also my co-host on this show.
Yeah.
We are Power Marriage.
Yes, we are.
And it's not because we are a power marriage, but because we're working on making our marriage a power marriage. We're growing and building and
Still building.
Yeah. And
It's
constructing.
kind of like a game, the ones where you're building. What is that called? And it falls.
Jenga.
Yeah.
You're
kinda like
building,
that.
but you're kind of removing
Yeah.
blocks from the bottom, and then
Yeah.
wow, that's scary. That's a scary sight.
That's how the marriage was.
Yeah, it was about to fall down.
It
Huh?
was kind of like, like
Tilting.
that
Yeah.
building over there in Paris. Like,
I think it's in Italy.
Like
The
Italy
Leaning
or
Tower,
something,
Pisa.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's somewhere over there, right? So today we're going to talk about working on your marriage, and we've been working on our marriage, and our marriage was pretty much failing.
Bad.
It was leaning like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but it was already like actually falling down. We were kind of holding it with some
Like
strings and tried like pulling it from the other side, and
like a little string, because it was just
yeah.
pretty bad. It was almost touching. The tip of the building was touching the ground.
Yeah. So we've been working on it. A lot of it was our communication, and we've been working on it and learning. And we actually had a great conversation today, right?
Yeah, we did. That he actually listened.
Yeah.
Not like before that he would say that he would listen. He would stare at me with his big eyes, and I knew he wasn't listening. But I just kept talking anyways. But today, he did listen today. So
Yeah.
that was nice.
Yeah, I've been learning how to listen and reading on material and learning new material, and it's helped. It has helped very much. And sometimes you think your marriage is failing, and maybe it is, right? Maybe you're not communicating. Maybe you're having trust issues. Maybe there's a million things that could go wrong in a marriage, and you think maybe you've tried everything.
Well, we thought we tried everything.
I mean, we tried everything we knew, or we thought what we knew. Yes.
We thought we were fixing the problem.
Yes. And then we realized, I guess, that wasn't the case.
No.
So, just to give a little example, I have this little candle here, and it's a scented candle. I gotta turn it on because it smells actually pretty good, a little fruity.
It's good.
But we have this candle here, right? So this represents our marriage. This candle's our marriage. Once we burn it, the wax is gonna melt and then it's gone.
Yep.
No, that's not what I wanted to say. But this is our marriage, this candle, right? So this is what we knew, what we did to save our marriage, right? It's the size of this candle, let's just say, right? Fits in my hand, fits in my fingers, right? All right. So now take that and put it in this candle holder or whatever you want to call it, a little candle vase. So you put it in there, and so this yellow vase, kind of yellow, right? This is what we thought we haven't tried yet, right? We tried everything. The candle here, we tried everything. We tried this amount of stuff to fix our marriage. These are all the things we did, right? We tried to communicate. We were fighting back and forth. So we thought, well, maybe if we try one of the things here that we don't know how to do, but this is something, this is everything that we thought we didn't know, right? But the reality is, there's so much more. There's just, you put this in this room, and everything else outside of this is what we actually don't know, right? Because there's so much information out there, so much knowledge, so much wisdom, and you only get that from communicating with others, learning from others, right? Maybe reading books is a way of learning from others,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now we have YouTube, so you can watch YouTube and watch videos and learn from
Yes.
others. And I always recommend and say it's always best when you find somebody that you can talk to that has gone through the issue that you're going through, and has succeeded, has been able to surpass. So let's say somebody who has been working on their marriage and has been able to help their
Yes.
marriage. And we're blessed that we know some people that
Mm-hmm.
are.
Yes,
Uh,
they've been helping us. Actually, they started working with me um, because I thought that this was it. This is the end. This is not going to work out. And I thought that, I felt like we were just going through the emotions. Like, hey, how are you? Good morning. Hey, here's your food. Here's breakfast. We'll sit down at the table. But in reality, there was no connection there. I mean, that's how I felt. And I was getting frustrated because to the point that I was feeling the emptiness. The kids went to college, and that's when I realized it the most. That, oh my gosh, this has been happening in our own household, in our own marriage, that we let our communication slack. Actually, we never had any communication, so it wasn't slacking, it was never there.
we were just communicating about the day-to-day
Mm-hmm.
activities, right? About work, about what the kids are doing, what we need in the house,
Just a
what's getting
basic
done,
thing,
what's
yeah.
not getting done. Yeah, just
Mm-hmm.
again, just letting life take over, right? And not us putting control in it and saying, well, we're going to work on our marriage, we're going to communicate, we're going to take time off for that, and sometimes you think, well, I got to work, I got to do this, I got to do that. I mean, everybody's busy, everybody has problems. I mean, if you really want to have a good marriage, you work on it, right? You want to, I don't know, if you're a golfer, you want to have a good golfing swing, you got to work on it. You play baseball, you play basketball, you want to have a good jump shot, well, you got to go shoot. You got to go
Mm-hmm.
shoot at the hoop for many times and practice. You have to practice. So the same, I mean, I wanted a good marriage. I mean, I know my wife wanted a good marriage, and we had to practice on it and work and get a good coach that can show us the way and say, hey, this is how you're messing up on your jump shot, right? This is where your communication is going wrong. Uh,
This is
so
how you fix this, this is how you work on it. And the way we were working on it, it wasn't the correct way, or we weren't doing the correct steps to rebuild our marriage and to rebuild our communication and to rebuild the trust. We didn't have any trust. And I always felt like there was something he was hiding or he wasn't connecting with me. And I always kept saying, there's something there, there's something there. And yeah, there was something there. His walls were up the entire time that we were married. And he would pretend like, no, there was nothing wrong. And it would bother me because I knew there was something wrong within this marriage. And I would always question him, wait a minute, there's something, I don't know who you are.
mhm.
And I've mentioned that to him many times, and he would understand, or he would not want to understand what I was trying to say.
Yeah, it was kind of hard because we've had many arguments before
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't go so well, and then you start building a pattern of defensiveness and you start building those walls where you don't want to communicate about certain topics and certain things, and uh, I just pretty much took it as, hey, we got to get along. All we got to do is get along. If I can keep quiet, we can get along. We're not going to have any fights. We'll be getting along, and it was just making things worse. So again, I thought I tried everything I knew, and then I try things that I hadn't tried that I thought that is what I didn't know. So I had to work on that. But the reality is there was so much more going on out there. There was so much more that I didn't know, and I needed help to get that information. And again, you can go on there on YouTube, read books. I mean, there's a lot of information out there,
Yes, there is.
and you can help yourself. But sometimes, if you try helping yourself and it's still not working, then go get other help. Go get it from somebody who's been able to do it already. And can give you the shortcuts and help you out, because this communication thing is not easy. And again, today we had a great communication. I mean, and mostly in that communication, I mean, it was just listening. It was me listening and listening to her, and and she had a bad day, something she went through today, and she wanted to tell me about it, and she started talking. I said, oh, all right, she wants to tell me something, and it seems it's important to her, and I recognized it was. Let me be quiet, let me stop what I'm doing, let me put down, let me give her all my attention, let me listen, let me let her know that I'm listening, and not give her any advice on how to fix it or anything. I mean, a couple of times I had to stop myself there. I was about to say something, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I see how that, yeah, some people are like that, and that's it. I didn't try to offer to fix it. Didn't try to.
No, you
Just wanted to listen and let her know that I'm here for her.
It's actually nice.
So let us know in the comments what you think you don't know. It's kind of hard, right, to tell us what you think you don't know. But let us know, if you've tried anything, or have you gotten? Yeah, leave some comments below. Have you, tried anything? Have you gotten any help from anybody in any situation? I mean, we here talk about marriage, and we're trying to help other marriages. Again, we feel blessed that ours was able to be saved, and we're working on it to be better and better and to help others. And, so we can help you, great. But maybe you can help us. So let us know in the comments what you think. And subscribe to the channel. All right. You want to tell them anything?
No, that's it. Just have an awesome weekend, and we'll see you guys back again tomorrow.
Yes. I don't have the clicker, so I got to get up and go over there and,